One detail gets amplified, another gets buried, context gets removed until complexity completely disappears. Nuance is always the first casualty here because nuance slows reaction time, and reaction is the product. This is how deliberate demonization works. You don't argue with the other side, you just dehumanize them. They're not human. This is where the left versus right illusion becomes very useful to them. It's audience segmentation. It's two simplified tribes, two emotional markets, two predictable reaction sets. Because while people are fighting each other, nothing upstream is ever examined. This is why wins are celebrated by all these politicians. Even when nothing changes, they're celebrating wins all the time. All these headlines and viral clips give us this placebo of things taking place, things are happening. And once people are emotionally invested in these narratives, they will defend those narratives even when the narratives hurt them, because abandoning the story means abandoning the identity. Once narratives are doing the work, politics don't need to govern anymore. The only thing that politics has to do is perform, which brings us to layer number 6. This is the theater of power. Modern politics is not a system for solving problems, and I think you would agree. It is a stage with roles and costumes and very predictable conflict arcs. Visibility, alignment, signaling, performative outrage, and symbolic gestures. This is why hearings that we see on TV all the time, they look dramatic, they accomplish jack shit. This is why speeches feel emotional and change nothing. This is why scandals cycle endlessly through the news with no consequence. Seriously, where are all the Epstein criminals going to jail? If politics were about results, it wouldn't need an audience. This is why the same behaviors repeat. That's why corruption has become background noise in politics. That's why people say, nothing surprises me anymore. That numbness, some people think it's apathy. It's not. It's conditioning. Right and wrong are replaced with team loyalty. So people aren't asking, is this right? They're asking, is this our side? This is where left versus right becomes useful again. Two sides, two very predictable emotional responses, endless conflict with no resolution. While all these people are arguing over symbols, the actual sources of instability remain completely untouched. Politics is a distraction machine. It's a constant stream of drama that absorbs attention and releases nothing of value. So let me say this super plainly in a way that maybe will make perfect sense. Most political content exists to keep you emotionally occupied, not materially informed. The goal is not progress. You know what the goal is? Engagement. Once politics is theater, events themselves become props. Most people think manipulation means lying. It does not. The most effective manipulation leaves the facts intact and controls how those facts are experienced. An event happens, and before anybody can orient to it, what shows up? The frame arrives immediately. So they tell you what the event means, why it matters, who the enemy is, what emotion you're supposed to feel, and which conclusions you are supposed to adopt. This is before you've even touched the real event itself. This is how current events are absolutely engineered. It is 100% not at the level of reality. It's at the level of interpretation. It's dumbed down because they think you are a moron, because complexity doesn't mobilize anybody. Simplicity does. And once framing is centralized, people will defend the interpretation like they witnessed the event themselves, because emotionally they did. This creates a dangerous illusion. People feel like participants when they're actually spectators. They feel informed when they've only been pointed in a direction. They feel certain when they've been guided. And whoever controls the stories controls the responses. So once events are framed, once politics is theater and identity is unstable, story becomes the final weapon. Humans don't understand the world through facts alone. They understand it through mythic structure. That wiring is ancient. It predates language, and it's incredibly easy to hijack. This is where the global hero's journey comes in. Every major narrative that you're fed now follows the exact same template, I guarantee you. The hero becomes your side. The villain becomes the other side. The victim becomes the justification. Once those roles get assigned, logic is not required anymore because archetypes bypass human reasoning. And once stories take over, morality becomes symbolic. It turns into symbols and slogans and flags and hashtags and profile frames on social media. Virtue's not something you do, it's something you deploy now. That's why morality starts to look like stickers, because stickers are visible. And what's the currency of this simulation that we are in right now? It's visibility. When morality becomes symbolic, it stops being moral. It's just a performance. This is why people are going to defend a story even when the story contradicts reality. Stories don't need to be true. They just need to make you feel like a good person. And there's only 4 things they need to give people: a role, a purpose, an enemy, and relief from uncertainty. And once you see this layer, everything below it snaps into focus. The media, the politics, the fear, the division, the identity weapon, they are not separate layers of manipulation. And story is the oldest control system that we have, a symbolic layer replacing reality, simulated people adapting to narratives and incentives. Nothing here requires conspiracy, just incentives. Seeing the simulation doesn't make you superior. It doesn't make you enlightened. It doesn't make you immune to everything. It gives you some orientation. You stop reacting on cue. You stop mistaking symbols for substance. And you don't need to convince anybody. You don't need to expose anything. You don't need to fight against the stage or rage against the machine. Once you see the machinery, the manipulation stops working the same way. The performance feels super obvious, and something weird happens. The world doesn't feel fake anymore. It feels like it's covered with a layer of something. And reality was always there, under the noise, under the fake symbols. This was unsettling. You may need to go back through it and take some notes. I spent a month writing this for you, and you can see the stage now. And maybe that's enough. This video will wake up enough people that we can shift back to reality a little bit. And I hope you like this one. Next week, we're releasing a video that's going to expose a lot more. So if you're subscribed, you're going to see it when it comes out. Thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate your trusting me with your time. The link in the description down below is going to get you started on your journey toward training with me and working with me one-on-one if you're looking for that. And I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Take care.
The quiet pulse, the steady beat, the truth we feel in simple heat. Barefoot steps on hallowed ground, a sacred rhythm we have found.